Hey boys, Mr. Parks here. Hope everything's going all right. Obviously we've got online learning at the moment. I hope you got through all those tasks that I set you for this week. Next week's going to be a little bit different, boys. I want you to get into that kitchen, and I thought, well, if I'm going to give you that task, I'll be able to prove how you can do it. So we're going to, it's going to be a convenience product challenge. You're going to have to choose a convenience product that's in your pantry, or you can go and buy one. They're fairly cheap at the moment if you can get in there. It's nothing to do with toilet paper, boys, so you're not making a toilet paper sausage roll. We're going to actually start cooking using convenience products. I know in these current times there's a lot of issues in regards to getting supplies or getting produce. So my challenge for you is actually to make something out of these convenience products that you could easily serve in a fine dining restaurant or equivalent. I think it's easy to just go by the packet's directions, but I reckon let's put a bit of a challenge out there and see if we can up the ante a bit and make sure this is a little bit tastier and a bit more nutritious as well. Okay, just to quickly let you know what we have. I'm sure some of you all have this in your pantry at home. We've got mac cheese, you can choose this. Okay, we've got rolled oats, your 90-second oats. Maybe you want to come up with some kind of really nice breakfast dish that could add some fruit and whatever flavours, that's up to you. Maybe these fruits you might want to add with a little bit of an addition of honey or so forth. You've got your canned products, you choose what you want, it doesn't matter. But I really want you to actually use that as your main component for the dish, not as a little additional extra.
Always wash your hands for a minimum of 20 seconds to make sure they're clean. And make sure you use paper towel to dry your hands rather than a tea towel.
Hey guys, as you can see, washing hands is really important in the kitchen, obviously, to prevent cross-contamination, especially in these times. Also, always use paper towel. Don't use tea towels. You might as well, you're just putting the bacteria and the pathogens back on there, so you're going to contaminate as well. Another thing at home, you can get these disinfectant wipes. They're great for domestic use. In commercial kitchens, you would use an actual food grade sanitizer, but look, I'd rather you do this than just nothing at all. You just have to be careful if it is still a wet residue, the residue is going to go onto the food, so keep that in mind. Let it dry off before you actually start cooking or putting food on it. So what I'm going to use, looking at these convenience products, I've showed you some of them. I've actually just chosen the beef noodles, 2-minute noodles. They're fairly cheap, they're about $1.50 from a local supermarket. As you can see, they've just got your lid that just pops off, you throw your water in it. I'm sure everybody has seen these or used these at some stage. Very simple, just add the hot water to the noodles. The only thing I'm going to change a little bit to up the ante is I'm going to just remove the vegetables, because if you have a look at these, they're really dehydrated for a reason, so they last and preserve, but we're going to add some fresh vegetables over here that you can see, and I'll go through that with you shortly. Also the beef booster or the beef stock broth, I'm going to keep that to go through the noodles. It's just, I'll give an extra additional salt. I'm not going to add any salt other than the soy sauce to this dish. And then we're going to now just quickly put some hot water in this. We don't need the fork. Hopefully we can use that for something else. Okay, great. Alright, so what we're going to do, I'm going to add this to the 2-minute noodles. They're here at the moment, just soaking away. So all I've got here, just some different ingredients. We've got a little bit of coriander that was in the fridge. I had some beans in there, ready to go. Spring onion or shallots. I have a carrot. I just want to put some vegetables through it. There won't be that much carrot through it, but I'll show you how to decorate that. I've got a garlic clove, a bit of ginger, your stock broth there, and tomato. I'll just quickly pizzazz it up a little bit at the end when we present it, just to show you a little decoration there as well. So let's get into a little bit of vegetable oil and a little bit of soy sauce and a little bit of salt for crushing the garlic, as I'll show you shortly. All right, let's get into it. Carrots peeled, so always remember when you're cutting on a board, have a non-slip mat or something similar. I've just got a chucks cloth there, a little bit of water on it, just dampen to stop the board sliding around. Makes it a lot safer. Always choose the correct knife. I've got a chef's knife here. I'm just going to top and tail the carrot, and it's by using your fingers, remember the spider grip, and just slowly come through like that. Turn it over and top and tail again. Just going to use this little tool here. It's called a cannelé, which is basically takes a groove out of the carrot or zucchini or cucumber. I'm just going to do that more for to make it look as a garnish through the dish to bring it a little bit more upmarket. And it's just a matter of just using this groove, the V groove, running down the carrot like so. And you just basically rotate the carrot round and work the carrot like so. And then what we'll do is once that's done, we'll end up cutting that and it'll actually end up like a nice flower through the megarine. Just going to cut the carrot like so, just a nice thin sliver because we're only going to stir fry this, so we just want it fairly thin so it cooks quick. I'm going to do a spring onion here. I've taken the end off the root section. We're going to just put a little bit of this through the dish. I won't use it all, but I'll just show you just basically some small sections. We're going to cook this fairly quickly, so the vegetables need to be quite small so they cook fast. We also have a little bit of garnish, so I'm just going to push that to the side. I'm then going to just grab the ends here. I'll keep that for later on. And all you do with this, you just basically run your knife up through like so. We've shown you this before, and then roll this up like so, and then you're just going to cut it into little slivers, and we're going to put that in a bit of ice water for garnish to top our 2-minute noodles. Thing I want to do is just a garlic clove, so we're just going to remove top and tail like so. And then the easiest way to get the skin off is just with your chef's knife, you just press it down like so, and it should just pop off. The skin should pop off quite nicely like that. What we're going to do too, I always usually put a little bit of salt on top. It acts as a little bit of a grinding agent and abrasive, and also it reduces the amount of garlic that goes into the liquid, goes into the garlic flavour, goes into the board. So we're now going to just crush this up like so, and we just get it fairly finely chopped. I probably won't use all of this garlic, but we need it crushed fairly finely. Now this is a sachet you get in some of these megarine packets. It's just crushed garlic like this, but not as fresh. So we're just going to press that down. You can hear that abrasive salt there. And we're just going to start bringing that into a paste. You can see that starting to absorb the moisture, the salt there, but you can also hear it as I grind it. Always remove any slippery surfaces off the board because it is quite dangerous. So I'm just going to wipe that into my rubbish bowl. Like so, ready for the ginger. Ginger, the skin's on it. I'm just going to leave the skin on there. You can take it off if you like. It's quite a young, fairly small piece of ginger, so it's not going to be very tough. So we're just going to slice that up. Once again, keep your fingers away from the blade. You can see they're nowhere near the blade. You're not going to cut yourself. And then I'm just once again just slicing the ginger. We don't want it too chunky unless you like ginger. There we go. I'm actually going to put that with the garlic because they're going to go into the wok together. Beautiful. Always remember, wash up as you go. Hot soap and water in the sink. You want to make sure you remove any of the residue off your knives and your boards and so forth, and the bacteria obviously. Just no knives in the sink. It does my head in. No knives. It's the most dangerous thing you can do. I'm going to put some beans through there as well. We're just going to top and tail the beans. They can go to the chooks. We're just going to, I'm going to cut them on a little diagonal or an Asian style, just to go with the basically the theme. Looks a little bit like you've taken a bit more time and made a little bit of an effort for the dish. So beans are there ready to go. Coriander, leave the stalks on. I've removed the root section, that's a little bit tough. Just squish it up like so, and I'm just going to do a little slice. I don't want to spend too much time, and the longer I start to cut this or spend too much time dicing it, it's going to start to bruise and go really black. I really don't want that to happen, so I'm just going to keep that aside, ready for garnish for the dish. That'll go in fairly late. Alrighty, so we've got all the preparation ready. Noodles are ready to go. They've been soaking away while we've been doing all the mise en place ingredients. Carrots are there, garlic ginger's there, shallots are there, oil's there, soy sauce is there, coriander and beans are ready, and the garnish. But what I've just realised is the main ingredient I want to put through the mee goreng is some fresh eggs. So let's go grab some now. Alright, come down, we'll grab some fresh eggs. This is our little hen base here. Get some fresh eggs. You can see in there, got a couple here. We've got three. We've got three there ready to go, so nice and warm. Let's go and make an omelette ready for the mee goreng. Yeah, I want to do an omelette first now that I've decided. I'm just going to mix this up, ready to go. I'll just put that shell in the bin shortly. Beautiful. Make sure the wok's fairly warm. Just going to pop the eggs in there like so. Roll them around. Right, keep rolling it. Like so. Flatten it out. I actually want to roll this and cut it. Go. So. We're just going to quickly flip that over. Finish it like so. Round it off. Just going to slide that onto the board and we're going to cut that up. Right, just heating the wok up. I'm going to add the oil. Ready for the noodles. Okay, so we're just going to warm that up. Just so it gets a little bit of smoke point. You want it fairly hot. It's a bit hard with these burners. They just don't have the intense heat like in the actual commercial kitchens. We're just going to warm that up. Best way to just check if it's ready is if you just get a little bit of your product, whatever you're going to do, just drop it in there. You'll hear it sizzle. So we're going to get going. Okay, garlic ginger, shallots. Try and pack everything up neatly, guys. Okay, carrots I want to go in because they're a harder vegetable, a root vegetable, so we need to really get that really starting to cook. Okay, so I'm just going to cook this up, soften those carrots because once the noodles go in, you won't have any other time to basically cook the rest of it. The beans are going to go in now. Okay, you can see, make sure you keep yourself nice and clean there. There's your work. And make sure your carrots are fairly thin when you actually do put them in. I'm going to get a little bit of the water from the noodles because there is some water left in there. I'm just going to pour it in there just to soften those veggies. I'll just steam them a little bit. That water, there's nothing wrong with that. Alright, I'm just going to put those carrots. I'm going to now put this lovely beef sachet, all those salts, those really healthy things, I doubt it, in there. Okay, like that. Now I'm going to add my noodles. Noodles go in. Go, ready to go. The idea of the wok is just to really move it around rather than a fry pan at home. That's what we're after. Soy sauce will go in. I haven't added the coriander yet because I want to keep that colour. My lovely goby eggs are going in now. Got that all ready. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Okay. So just keep rolling it around. Okay. You just want to check those vegetables to make sure they're ready. I'm going to now put my coriander in to finish off. And see all of the equipment's ready to go. I'm ready for service now. Just make sure all those veggies are incorporated. You can put chicken through here. Slice, really thinly sliced chicken, you put that in with your ginger and your garlic. Right, so that's ready, it's been cooking really quickly. Add whatever you like to these things. Water chestnuts, shrimps, whatever you like, doesn't matter. I'm ready to serve this up now. So what we're going to do is just grab some tongs, put my plate, make sure it's fairly warm, just pop it in the oven. If you're going to do it at a fine dining restaurant like I asked you, I'm just going to pop the noodles in. So we're just going to drag that in, make sure your plate's clean, that makes a big difference. So there's our final product. I'm just going to now obviously do our garnish on top. Okay, your tomato rise. Okay, very simple. And then there you go, there you have it. Guys, are you up for the challenge? See what you can make out of the convenience product at home. Ramp it up a little bit, make it a little bit tasty, a little bit more nutritious as well. Let's see if you can do it. There's plenty more to use, plenty more convenience products out there. Let's see what you can do. I reckon I'm going to get into this for lunch, so see you later.